I bolted upright in my sleeping bag when I heard it clear as day. "Tommy, come downstairs, sweetheart." My heart slammed against my ribs. It was Grandma Ruth's voice, the same scratchy one that used to read me bedtime stories, but she had been dead for 6 months. We were in the middle of moving day into her old Victorian house in rural Ohio, summer of 1977, and the power wasn't even hooked up yet. Flashlight in hand, I told myself it was just the creaky floors playing tricks after driving all night with my girlfriend Lisa. My name's Tommy, 24, lanky with shaggy brown hair that always fell in my eyes, the kind of guy who fixed cars for a living and avoided anything too weird. Lisa was 22, petite with curly blonde hair she pinned back with barrettes, always humming old Beatles tunes while she sketched in her notebook. She had this habit of twisting her lucky silver ring when she got nervous, a piece her mom gave her before she passed. We'd been together 2 years, and she convinced me to take over Grandma's place cheap since the family didn't want it. Grandma Ruth was a widow who lived alone after Grandpa died in '65. She had this quirky obsession with old radio shows and kept a big wooden cabinet radio in the basement that she swore connected her to the other side. I thought it was harmless eccentric stuff until now. The house smelled like mothballs and damp wood, boxes stacked everywhere in the dim morning light filtering through heavy curtains. Lisa stirred beside me on the living room floor, rubbing her eyes. "Babe, what's wrong? You look like you saw a ghost." Things escalated fast after that first whisper. I shook it off, and we started hauling boxes. But every time I passed the basement door, I'd hear faint static like an old radio tuning in, then snippets of Grandma's voice humming, "You Are My Sunshine," her favorite. Lisa laughed it off at first, saying the place was just settling, but by afternoon she twisted her ring nonstop. We found the basement radio unplugged, yet crackling softly when we went down to store some tools that I flicked the switch. Nothing. Then Grandma's voice came through clear. "Tommy, the ring. Give her the ring." Lisa froze, her face pale under the bare bulb. I snapped at her to stop joking, but she swore she hadn't touched anything. My mind raced back to Grandma's funeral, how she clutched that same silver ring in her casket before they closed it, whispering she wanted to take her connection with her. A small turn hit when Lisa admitted she'd taken the ring from the funeral home as a keepsake because Grandma had always admired it on her. We argued in hushed tones while sweat beaded on my neck despite the cool underground air. The radio static grew louder, mixing with what sounded like fingernails scratching wood from behind the walls. Lisa's sketches scattered as a sudden draft knocked them over, pages showing the house with shadowy figures in the windows that she didn't remember drawing. I felt this heavy dread, like eyes watching from the dark corners stacked with old trunks. She wanted to leave right then, but I insisted we finish because rent was due and we had nowhere else. The whispers turned personal. "Lisa knows what she did." The pills in my tea. My stomach dropped. Grandma had complained of stomach issues before she died suddenly in her sleep. The high point came at dusk when the radio blared full volume without power, Grandma's voice screaming my name mixed with Lisa's sobs. I grabbed a crowbar from the toolbox, prying at the wall panel where the scratching was loudest. It splintered, revealing a hidden compartment with yellowed letters and an empty pill bottle. Grandma's handwriting detailing how Lisa had been slipping her vitamins that made her drowsy, all to speed up inheriting the house since we were broke. Lisa backed away, ring glinting as she twisted it frantically, admitting through tears she'd done it for us. Thinking the old woman was suffering anyway, the air turned ice cold, lights flickering though no electricity, and I felt invisible hands push me toward her. She bolted upstairs but the front door slammed shut on its own. Now the house is quiet again, but I sleep with the lights on if the generator runs. Lisa left that night and I haven't heard from her since, though sometimes the radio hums softly at 3 a.m. with Grandma saying, "Good boy, Tommy." I sold most of the furniture and keep the ring locked away. Moving into this place taught me some connections never break, even after death, and ignoring family secrets can trap you forever in the dark. I'll probably list it for sale soon, but part of me wonders if I'll ever really leave.